There we go. Okay. Now it looks like it's getting something. That's good. There we go. Oh, why am I... I didn't start a stream, though.
Okay. And now, live 3 miles apart on the Lawrence corridor, it's
Semi regular
semi-regular Sundays
Sundays.
on a Wednesday with our special guest, and now live and from New York, Danny Perafan. And now, without further ado, giving the only people in Chicago that are offering those National Militia Guardsmen a fruit basket, Law Shop Bangers.
Woohoo!
You think giving a fruit basket
Woo!
isn't that much?
So how are you doing, Stuart?
Good, thank you. And I'm just kind of worried, is like, do you think sending all those National Guardsmen that are coming to Chicago, giving them like a fruit basket or a cookie gram or something like that, do you think it's going to be a bit much?
I
Maybe edible
mean,
arrangements?
do you want to know my opinion on bringing, you know, military to, against civilians? And
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wild about it either,
I'm
but
not very
you should at
wild
least be
about it at all.
polite.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need them, but they're here. I'm not going to give them flowers. That doesn't seem appropriate.
No, I would probably just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just know that
Mm,
apparently, like when people are complaining that the police are militarized and then they bring in the actual military, I'm just sitting there like, why?
mm,
That's just my thoughts on it. And I don't think it's going to actually like, stop any riots or protests. And I don't. And those haven't really even happened for a while. So I'm a little. I feel like I don't know. I've been watching the news. I haven't really seen them, so I'm confused why it's happening now and it didn't
yeah,
happen
exactly.
like when we did have looters. Even
I
just
think
legit
my,
logically, I don't get it.
I mean, my best guess is that it's just some reactionary old white guy responding to all the violence that's in Chicago.
That could be it.
Yeah, but I think that this response is tone deaf and completely over the top.
Hmm.
But with that said, I will cancel the cookie gram.
Yes, please do.
Yes. Okay. Uh, I'll go. Before we start our show, we have a number of local businesses based in Chicago that we try to support, as well as some
Hmm.
charities and fundraisers that we try to make mention of as well. Take it away, Dan.
Yeah, sure. So if you look at there's a banner below on the stream, and from there you can see several. There are some GoFundMe's and fundraisers and businesses that we'd like to support and put their name out there so that people can donate to them. First, there is a GoFundMe organized by the comedian Chris Red. He is trying to raise money to fight COVID for people that were out at Black Lives Matter's protest because the disease is still alive and well, but unfortunately, like the disease racism has been alive much longer and is hurting America even more. So he organized that GoFundMe to try and help those people. You can donate to that. Secondly, there is the bar that Stuart and I usually perform this show at. They were open, but they are unfortunately closing again due to the mayor rolling back some of our changes. And I don't know if you are aware, but uh, where was I going with this? Sorry, Stuart.
Oh, no
But
worries.
anyway, just so you know, they had to roll back those changes, and I think bars and restaurants operate on very slim margins. So then they are just trying to offer tips for their wait staff. So that is the GoFundMe. You can find that in the description of this stream. There is also a gym that I go to. I was there yesterday. It's a really great gym. It's called Bodi Shak. They offer great classes, and you can donate to their GoFundMe or sign up for classes there. They are offering outdoor classes right now. They're very good. And it's also a black-owned business, so I think that's a very good place to support. Last and certainly not least, there is First Sip Cafe. First Sip Cafe is a coffee shop. It is in Chicago on Asia on Argyle, and I have a link there to get gift cards. They are currently doing curbside pickup and delivery. I would say that if you have any other businesses you would want to add to this list, we can add them to our little banner down below. And also, if you yourself, if these are not local to you and they're not super pertinent to you, that's perfectly fine. You should just support your local businesses. Thanks, Stuart.
Oh, well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that you're so on the ball about everything that we're trying to promote with our show.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, so as Dan mentioned, our home away from home, Shakers on Clark, which is at near the corner of Clark and Belmont, is fortunately going to have to shut down again on Friday. For those of you who are tuning in who are not from Chicago, um, not of the fault of Shakers, but because of other bars in the neighborhood and throughout the city, um, they have not. Some bars in watering holes throughout the Chicago area have not been following COVID guidelines, CDC guidelines about social distancing and maximum occupancy and so forth. And we're basically in a position. And sorry, I lost for words here. Basically, have to shut down against their will. But in any case, to Mark and everyone else on the Shakers crew, we hope to see you again very, very soon. Hopefully before the end of the year. But in any case, we still have a really awesome show for you this evening. Not to be all downer, right off the bat by any means. So we have 3 comedians tonight. We had 4, but one had to back out last minute. After all those comedians, we have the Flower Shop Bangers.
Woo!
And they're going to do an improv set for you at the very end of the show. Immediately preceding the Bangers is a comedian based out of New York, Daniel Perafan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Right before Danny, from Wichita, presently based in Chicago, Leo Cundiff.
Woo!
And now leading us off, we discovered when she logged into Zoom tonight that she's actually very well traveled. She lived in Chicago for a while, and she presently runs a comedy show in Lincoln, Nebraska. Please give it up for Hope Colt.
Hey, hello everybody in virtual comedy land. So I hope everybody's doing really well tonight. Thank you very much, Stuart, Daniel, and everybody give it up for our Flower Shop Bangers. Yeah, keeping live or virtually live comedy alive. Thank you. So I hope you guys are doing well. I am fucking terrified. I hope this is not a kids show tonight because I am terrified. Really, This is my first Zoomy kind of thing, and I've been like really freaking out about it because it's just too damn intimate to do this kind of a right here thing. I've done comedy in clubs, convention halls, laundromat. There's a laundromat show in New York, and I actually am part of the Mile High comedy establishment. That's right. I have done comedy on an airplane. Not yeah. Well, actually, he thought it was sex, but he laughed a lot. So I consider it a show. I think it was anyway. But this is scary to me, so you'll have to forgive me. So I'm just not doing the whole COVID thing well. I'm not a good pandemicer. You shouldn't hire me to pandemic, but I did bring a mask if we need them. Do we need the masks? I don't know anyway. But yeah, I'm not doing it well. I see all these people, they're doing things like they're taking college classes and all of that kind of, I'm like, I got out of bed today. Yeah. Yay. you know, which is actually a pretty big thing for me because yesterday I just dangled my feet over the side. I didn't get all the way up because there's no point. So why do it, right? I just can't do any of it correctly. The first time I went to the grocery store, I everybody was looking at me weird and like, why are you guys looking at me weird? I'd go down aisles, people would back up and look terrified. And then I looked down and I realized there are arrows on the floor that you have to walk in one direction down one aisle, the other direction down the other aisle. And then, you know, there's no way to apologize for that. So I just left the store. I didn't buy anything. I just left the store. And on the way out, another woman was leaving too. And I screwed that up. I held the door open for her with my potential pandemic, you know, COVID thing, held the door. You can't be polite today. So that was the first set of doors. The second set of doors, I just slammed them in her face. I'm trying to get it right. It's just not going well for me. Apparently it's not going well. I'm not hearing anybody laughing. So I don't know if this is even working, if I'm on or not. Am I on, you guys? I don't know. How do I know if I'm on? Oh, well, whatever. I'll just keep going through this. I don't know. I can't do it right. Yeah, so it's not all terrible though. I mean, it's great. You have excuses for not doing anything. You know, I'd love to go to your birthday party. I just don't want to die. Don't make me die. You know, that's good. And also, I finally got the unemployment. I don't know, anybody else here got unemployment? Yay. Yay. No? Okay. So yeah, it only took me literally, this is not a joke, 120 hours on hold to get the unemployment, which explains why when I hear classical music, I just scream, no! Oh my God. It was horrible. But it is the last week now of the CARES Act. So so now I'm getting a little freaked out because we're going to go from the CARES Act into the fuck you, write a damn book like everybody else act, which is what Trump is putting out there. Yeah, I'm furloughed from my job, my day job, and which might start again in September, but they're making me now apply for other jobs because Ivanka Trump says, just try something new. Like, okay, you were an accountant for a school, but now you should just go wash dishes at Denny's. Yeah. I don't know. They send me jobs. They send me 3 jobs a week now to apply for. Last week they sent me a nuclear engineer job to apply for. You know, I don't know. I'm thinking I do have a plan B. It's, you know, prostitution. That's what I'm thinking. But I have to do socially distanced prostitution now. So I'm just figuring what I'll do is have somebody, you know, men come over to my house and sleep outside of my bedroom door and listen to me snore. Thankfully, there is a fetish for that, I'm sure, because there's a fetish for everything. So, I don't know. The nuclear engineer job didn't really pay enough to support my family. I have 3 cats to support. 2 of them are pets, and the third one I'm raising for meat in case we get a 3rd wave of the COVID. See, I'm smart. I'm prepared. You know, I've been fattening her up for 15 years, so, you know, she'll probably be a little gamey, you know, but whatever. It's COVID. We can't be picky, right? It's not all bad though. I've been cooking a lot, like a lot of people. I've burned through every kind of type of uh, dish. So now what I'm doing is I'm recreating restaurant favorites. Like I perfected the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. I'm real good at those. And then a couple of days ago, I tried my hand at making the Chick-fil-A sandwich, which, just like the Chick-fil-A sandwich sucked, but it was authentic because I hired a bunch of LGBTQ protesters to circle my house. So it was good. And then last night, I just took my refrigerator, dumped the entire contents on the floor, sneezed and coughed on it. And I said, welcome to Golden Corral. Yeah. So this is really weird doing this because I'm getting absolutely no reaction. Actually, that's not weird. It's just like every other comedy open mic. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, the live ones. Anyway, I miss live comedy. I miss particularly live comedy with other comedians because I don't know. Do you guys like impressions? Good, because I'll do my impression for you. This is my impression of a comedian laughing. Am I up next? Who's on the list next? Thank you. That was a comedian laughing. Okay, here's a comedian really laughing. I mean, seriously laughing, okay? That's funny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now here is a comedian doubled over, laughing hysterically. That's funny. Wait, that's mine. Thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, Flower Shop Bangers and Stuart. Thank you.
Hope Colt, everyone. Okay, much appreciated, folks, for live and doing well out in Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay, so
Nebraska, I have the corn hat to prove it.
Yes, you do, and you're wearing that Husker red.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Hope.
Thank you.
So before we get to our next act, we were going to check in with Dan. He's our webmaster, not only my friend, but he's our webmaster, and he's going to see if there's anyone who needs like a shout out or anyone who has any questions, comments, concerns, grievances, complaints.
Yeah, sure. I thought I would give a couple shout outs. I see some people that are watching at home. Some that I notice are Emily Patterson, April Cowger, and Becky Selzer. So, hi everyone watching at home.
Hey, we had April in our show last week. Glad to see you again, April. All right. And all right, I guess we'll I keep losing my train of thought. I hate that this keeps happening in live shows. I just want to mention that if you are a comedian, improviser, any form of entertainer, and you are comfortable doing Zoom shows, we are booking. You could either just message me on Facebook, or you can email us at flowershopbangers@gmail.com. Also want to mention, this week marks 2 years since we moved to Shakers on Clark, our home away from home. Mark and gang, we hope you're doing well. And when Dan and I moved our show to Shakers, after having performed at and done our show at two other bars, we began a campaign to save Chicago barprov. There used to be free comedy variety shows all over the north side of the city, mostly along the Belmont corridor. But one by one, a lot of the bars that had these shows either went out of business or phased out comedy, or just had other various reasons. And it kind of got to a point where the very concept of seeing free comedy in a bar in Chicago basically had its back against the wall.
Still exists, but not for improvisers, I would say that.
Yes, very much so. And we cut our teeth in shows that had a mix of improv and stand-up, like we have tonight. So as an incentive to encourage our performers. I did not tell any of our performers that we were going to be doing this. We have set up an improv tip jar. At the moment, there is roughly about $15.25 inside our improv tip jar right now. So, split 5 ways between our 3 comedians and your 2 hosts tonight. That breaks down to about $3.05 for each of our performers tonight. And if you would like to donate money, obviously you can't walk up to my 3rd story walk up in Ravenswood Manor, and no one's going to walk up to Dan's 3rd story walk up in Uptown. So we are encouraging you to donate money through our Venmos, which you will see on the bottom of the screen here.
Yep, I have displayed them now, and so if you donate money to either the 2 Venmos there, they're both Stuart and myself, all of the money will be donated equally among all the performers.
Yes. So all of our performers tonight are guaranteed $3.25 after this show. So if everyone could just message me their Venmos or their PayPals when all this is said and done. Without further ado, it just so happened that this comedian, our next comedian, was in our very last Shaker show back in March, before the whole world, made its slow crawl into oblivion. A really phenomenal comedian, originally from Wichita, Kansas, but presently based in Chicago. Please give it up for Leo Cundiff.
What's good? I'm just in an alley. Yeah, that's music, man. No, I'm just in an alley because, well, I just got done doing I just got done doing my first live show that I've done in like 4 months. So, and I'm walking to someone's house. So I'm like, you guys don't need to know that. I don't know why I said that. This is weird. Okay, so I got sober recently. I'm 30 days sober. Well, it's 30 days on Sunday, and getting sober, like, so when parents have babies, they like every like they're like 1 month old, and they post on Facebook, and they're like, oh, my baby's 1 month old, and they like to get tickled and giggle and cry. I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't see the joy. But I was like, I'm gonna start doing that with sober, drink LaCroix. I love to cry in my pillow. And sober walks. This is so weird. But let's see. So good transition. I did cocaine recently. I did cocaine with a few friends of mine in the hotel room, and I was about 5 lines in, and I was like, yeah, I can never do this again, because I had never felt more normal. I was like, is this what it's like to be engaged in a conversation? It's crazy, man. And I told my doctor this, and they were like, have you ever been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD? And I was like, that's a good question. And I was like, are you telling me I should be doing more cocaine? And like verbally she was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But like with her eyes, like I could tell it was just like, couldn't be the worst idea. See, you ever get that feeling like you're just ready to shoot a bitch?
Yep.
But turns out that bitch is you. I can tell by your face you didn't hope that you didn't like that sad one-liners.
Oh no, I relate to it too well.
So on that note, I was in the psych ward recently, because turns out I needed it. But while I was there, I met someone named Tatiana, and Tatiana had some very interesting opinions, to say the least. And she would say like random things like, I think Jewish people are the superior race, and I wear a Star of David because it makes me feel special, even though I'm definitely not Jewish. And then she said something like this. She said, I think that all babies that are born with a mental or physical disability should be dead. They're not they're no need for our society. And so I was like, okay. So I came up with and it was just interesting hearing that. And immediately, like, something in my head just clicked. I was like, oh, like, I fit like the perfect name for her. And so like I started calling her Tatsi the Nazi. And like I would be like, she would walk away and I'd be like, all right, Tatsi the Nazi. And she'd be like, what was that? And I'm like, you heard me, bitch. Because I have no filter. But I asked her later on, I was like, so you think that babies who are born with a mental or physical disability should be aborted? And she was like, yes. And I was like, do you understand that both of us are in the psych ward, which means both of us were born with mental problems, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, are you saying that you think you should have been aborted? And she was like, yes. And I was like, well, okay, I guess we can at least agree on something. See, Chick-fil-A might hate the queers, but you know what Chick-fil-A doesn't hate? Giving out free sauce. Like I'll walk into Popeyes, I'll get aggressively misgendered, and then I'll get charged 75 cents for sauce. I walk into Chick-fil-A, I get aggressively misgendered, get all the free sauce I want. Runner up, McDonald's. I walk in there, gets aggressively misgendered, asks for sauce. That'll be 50 cents for you, sir. I have a vagina. I'm so sorry, that'll be free for you, sir. See, I read an article recently about an 8-day-old Jewish boy from New York City who had passed away of herpes. Now, there's this tradition in the Jewish community called a bris, where they take the baby, present it to the people, whip out its penis, and go snip, snip on that foreskin. And at the end of it, if the penis is bleeding, the person performing the bris either has an option to either take a cloth and cleanse the penis that way, or they can take their mouth, put it on the 8-day-old baby's penis, and suck that blood right out. Now, when I read this, I was like, the only thought that really popped in my head was just like, Catholics, what have you been doing? like the Jewish community has made pedophilia a tradition. Catholics, y'all just made it a problem. But I was doing that joke at a show before the pandemic, and a guy came up after me, and he was like, man, the only thing I could think about during that set was that is not how herpes works. He was like, I know this because I slept with a girl who had herpes once, and I got herpes. And he rambles on, and then he ends up by saying, but don't worry, because I don't have herpes anymore. I was like, I don't think that's how herpes works. Let's see. So I was at a bar a while back, and while I was there, I went into the women's restroom to use the restroom, and then all of a sudden, one of the bartenders just barges in on me, and she's like, "You can't be in here. You got to get the fuck out of here." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" what's going on? Is there fire? And she was like, this is the woman's restroom. And I was like, I know, I'm on my period. And she was like, and then she started crying and apologizing. And then she made the entire situation about her. And then she acknowledged that she had made the entire situation about her. And it got to a point where I had to calm her down, and I was like, hey, there's no need for you to cry right now. This happens to me all the time. I was like, I even told her, I was like, the other day I went on a date with someone and we hopped into the Uber, and the Uber driver asked the person I was on a date with if I was their son. So of course I said yes, and we started making out.
Oh my God, that was good.
No, what I'm really trying to say, ladies, what I'm really trying to say is that if any of you are having trouble coming out to your family, all you gotta do is bring me home, and your parents will be like, oh God, my kid's a pedophile. And you can be like, no, I'm just queer. All right. I'll end on this. I'll leave you on this. I'll leave you on a proper one-liner. For all you people who think one-liners are a minute long, proper one-liner right here. My biggest fear about going to bed at night is waking up in the morning. Thank you.
Woo! Danny!
Thank you so much, Leo, and congratulations on 1 month over. That is awesome, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, Dan, let's take another check-in on our adoring audience.
Yeah, sure. I thought I would give a couple shout outs to some people I saw join. One is Maria Burgos. Another is Muddy Waters. I know that's just not his actual name, but I forget what his real name is right now.
Ooh, I love that ambient music
Yeah,
you're
no,
playing
seriously.
right now, Dan.
Yeah, and finally, and certainly not least, I saw Jordan Romanowski join. So, hi
Okay,
everyone
all right.
watching at home.
Excellent. So some of our regulars.
Mhm.
Okay, and thank you again for tuning in. If you have missed any part of our show so far, all of our remote shows are archived on the Flower Shop Bangers Facebook page. That's Facebook.com/Flower Shop Bangers. So we are looking at, if you like more information, flowershopbangers@gmail.com. Also want to take a quick moment to promote our show this coming Sunday. We do shows every Sunday and Wednesday until, and we will continue to do so until we're allowed to leave our apartments again. On Sunday, our special guest will be a good friend of ours. He is a songwriter, social satirist, comedian, tragedian from my hometown of Downers Grove, Illinois, Mr. Jake Duar. Plus, we have just a ridiculous lineup of comedians, including Ton Johnson and Georgia Gove. Without further ado, our next comedian originally hails from New York City. I'm not sure which borough, but in any case, I mean, if I had to take a guess, the Bronx. Really phenomenal comedian. Was recommended to a friend of ours. We're just meeting him tonight. Please give it up for Daniel Perafan.
Hello. Hey.
Hey.
What up? Oh, it's raining, New York City. Raining, raining. I got stuck up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so the song, baby. What's up, everybody? How you?
Okay, it appears we're having some technical difficulties with Dan Perafan. For those of you who didn't know, Daniel joined us into the Zoom chat as he was getting off work and spent the first part of the show in either a taxi or an Uber. I'm not sure. Hopefully, Daniel Perafan will be joining us momentarily.
Wait, did you not hear anything I said?
Oh, yeah, you blacked out for about 20 seconds.
Well, hey.
You're a lady's voice. Good evening, everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Daniel. Glad to have you. You can start from the beginning if you'd like.
Okay, cool. Hold on, sorry. Might get a better connection here. All right, cool. Ah, I like doing shows in my kitchen. It's where I like to eat. Yeah. I guess, if you guys didn't hear my song, I sang a song out there. It sucks. Anyway, yeah, bro, I got that. Holy shit. I put on 45 pounds in quarantine. They say the average is like 14. And I was just like, yo, I gotta eat, bro. There's nothing to do. I can't do nothing. So I started eating. Anyone do this? Anyone do the, let me just describe this first. Being overweight sucks. I think we all kind of agree on that. You get sweaty, you're tired all the time. But getting overweight is amazing. I highly recommend it to everybody. All right. There's nothing better than one time I put bacon on cheese on bacon, and I was like, I am the king. This is it. There's nothing for anything else. It's crazy. I have a lot going on. I'm actually really excited because the girl I've been seeing is officially my girlfriend. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Hell yeah. She's so smart. She's intelligent. She's 18. And normally I would never date someone that young, except she said yes. And
Jeez.
the only reason. You know what's weird about that joke is I can't, you know, they find it hard to believe, but that joke really divides men and women. Everyone's like, what would you ever talk to an 18-year-old about? Honestly, I had nothing to talk to. I barely find relatable material with people who are like 27. You know, I'm like, hey man, remember 9/11? And those things are like, I was 5. I was however old a 27-year-old is during 9/11. I never thought I would be a failure, but here we are, baby. Yes, chugging along life. Mama's house. Who cares? In my 30s, don't got no money, no 401k. Things are only gonna get better, baby. That's the way I see it. I'm gonna start begging for cans. All right. Hey. Is anyone else in so much debt you wake up like this? Fuck, I woke up again. Am I the only person that feels that? Anyone else in that kind of debt? I have no money. I am broke all the time. They say you have to spend money to make money, but believe me, there is an extra step somewhere else. Yes, to find. Let me see. The girl I lost my virginity to, and I still stay in contact, even after all these weeks. And that's pretty fun. I had, I don't know, I can't think, I did. I lost my, I used to date a racist. And I didn't know she was racist, otherwise I would have married her. But she's a racist, you know. Here's what happens. We're having a fun time. And one time we had, we were like hanging out, and she's in a car. She's driving. I don't know how to drive. She's driving. So she's driving. She's cut off, and she yells a racial slur. She yells a slur for Filipinos. She was like, "Fucking flopheads." She said it just like that. And do you guys know that? You know, flophead was the racial slur for Filipinos. I made that up. See? And then I just make that joke first because she said the N-word. And see, that always happens, especially with white people. You say that, and then all of a sudden they kind of go, "Oh, I gotta go." What the hell is slavery? But they're very like the white people. I should mention this. I'm Hispanic. I'm like a immigrant stuff. So like race stuff is different for me. I look super white. My whole family looks like they grew up in a taco, but I did not. You know, everyone has that kind of thing. So like I'm just a white. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I'm pretty sure my grandma cheated with somebody. So yeah, so she just says the N-word. She screams it out loud, and I'm like, I'm torn back because I love this woman. I loved her. And you don't want to believe someone you love is racist. You want to believe that everyone I love, you love, is incredible and amazing and only good people, and they turn off when you're not in the room. You know what I mean? That's what you want to believe. And then I didn't know what to do, so I did what I think anyone would have done, is I just pretended I didn't hear her say it. But I guess this was one of those activators in her brain, like, oh, cool, I can say it all the time now. So any little thing, she yelled the N-word to this one guy, and he was like Chinese, and I was like, oh, we need to stop this right here. This is not gonna fly. That was a bad line. So she gets she's completely like just set back, you know, and now I was like I had to really sit with myself and think, like, oh my God, what do I love more, this woman or all Black people? And let me tell you, all Black people have never sucked my ball. So sorry, Black folk. Staying with the racist. She's a joke. That's no real. She did say that didn't happen though. It wasn't even like in a car. We were at a show. She was at a comic, and the headliner goes up, and she bombed opening for him, and he went up, and she actually yelled at in my face. You know what she said? She said, "That Negro thinks he's better than me." She said it just like that, like in the same. Like, what is it, the 40s? What's going on? So I didn't know what I was really gonna be like, hey, you can't say that, and then but she was also the ride back. You know what I mean? Like, I hate racism, but I hate an Uber ride even more. More expensive. Let me do some one-liners. That feels like it's still better than the story I just told. What happens? You guys don't want to hear a story about how whites are racist? That's racist. Oh, you know what's weird about the protest? I was at the protest, you guys in there. Is when they change the chant in the middle of you chanting. Oh, I hate that. You know, I'd be like, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, and then they'd be like, fuck the NYPD. And you're like, oh, I was just saying that, you know, the wrong. And that went bad, but I think the idea is there. Okay, super awkward. Come on. You gonna see my cat? What's my cat? Oh, let's take a tour of my house. What the hell? This is my grandma. Hello there. She's there, but she's 91. My mom was sleeping on the couch. Hello there. That's my mama.
Hi.
This is the bathroom. I masturbate here. Hello, lady. This is the bedroom. That's 3. If my sister yells, get out. Okay. That's where we are right now. Cool. All right, I'm done.
Woohoo!
All right, Daniel Perafan, everyone. Okay, much appreciated. So Daniel, quick question. What borough are you in, by the way?
Queens.
You're Queens. Okay. All right. So just south of where I was guessing. Okay. All right. Excellent.
Close though.
Glad to have you. Yeah, and you are New York bred. You're New York born and raised?
I'm what?
New York born and raised?
Born and raised New York?
Yes. Well, you're pointing at the Detroit shirt. So
Yeah.
you're actually Detroit.
Yeah, I was born and raised in New York City, yes.
Okay, excellent. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad you're able to do that. Thank you so much. You're a fan. I had to ask him if the show was pronounced Perafan. He said, no, that's. All right, so one last check in with Dan before we get to our last act of the evening.
Sure. I thought I'd give a couple more shout outs to some people who I saw who joined during that last set. I saw one of probably our most frequent, he definitely is our most frequent performer since we started this show, and that is Kelly Lee Williams.
Hello, Kelly Lee.
And I also saw Alba Woolard, who we had in our last show, on our reunion
That's
night.
right.
So, hi, Alba. And hi,
Hi,
Kelly.
Alba. Good to hear from you.
As well as anyone else who happens to be watching the show. Honestly, I've had a lot of fun up to this point.
Okay.
And we're going to do our set, so I'll probably have even more fun. I don't know.
Oh, well, hey, spoiler.
What?
You guys also missed when I was killing. If you came into the room late, I was destroying for 12 minutes.
Oh, you were decimating. Danny was decimating.
Shut up, guys.
God. And if you missed any part of the show, I want to remind you again, it's on our Facebook. So if you want to see Daniel annihilate, it will be archived after this show ends. All right. Without further ado, your final are the co-hosts and co-producers of Semi-Regular Sundays, which is normally held 2 Sundays, sometimes 3 Sundays a month at Shakers on Clark in Lakeview, here in Chicago.
Correct.
Labor Day weekend, fingers crossed, they will be performing in the Omaha Improv Festival for the 5th year. Please give it up for Flower Shop.
Omaha!
All right. So I thought I would iterate once again that we have the businesses down below, and if you wanted to add anything, or if those are things you want to support, they are all in the description, all the GoFundMe information and/or information to buy things from them. I also thought I just put up Stuart and my Venmo, and any money given to those Venmo accounts will be distributed equally amongst all the performers for the improv tip jar.
And we're still hanging tight at $3.05.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For each performer.
For each performer. Yes.
And so without further ado, we are the Flower Shop Bangers. We're going to do some improv for you, and we get weird with it.
Oh, slow day.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That happens at work sometimes, though, man. It's like, where, I don't know. I mean, it's a slow time of year, to be honest.
Yeah, but we're at a historical site. You would think there would be tourists all over the place.
Hey, man, tourist season is not now. Well, let's just thank God we still have a job, man.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, truth be told, most of these tourist jobs, they're seasonal, but ours hires year-round for whatever reason.
I grew this special beard for the Town Historical Society.
I know you did. You wanted to seem authentic.
Yes. Do you know how warm it is to have a beard this thick in this weather?
I believe you. I believe you. I personally, I couldn't do it. I can't do it, honestly. I can't do it at all. It doesn't come in. It comes in on the neck, and it's terrible.
Well, I know. Well, I mean, that's why you're the blacksmith, and I'm the guy who's churning butter.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you get to stay inside too, because you at least the barn is air conditioned and all that. Mm-hmm. I have to stay out here and get a farmer's tan and churn butter.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, it's like, man,
the outdoor workers versus the indoor workers. It's a hot debate,
Yep.
Here at historical reenactments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're sitting here in Jamestown, man.
It's Jamestown, baby.
It is Jamestown. Trying to recreate how the old Americans lived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, life in the early 17th century.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, I'm just glad that you're trying to try to get with the times. I mean, Can you believe it? Only until 7 years ago, Pocahontas was played by a white woman.
That is true. That was
That's the
pretty
problem.
bad. There were a lot
Yeah.
of complaints. We got a
Yes.
lot of flack on our,
Exactly.
oh dear Lord, and it was every media outlet. It was Facebook, it was Yelp, it was Google, it was uh,
Yeah.
it was
It
Twitter.
was.
People
It
were
was Mother
tweeting at us.
Jones.
Huh?
It was Mother Jones.
Oh
It was
yeah.
Jezebel. It was,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. I mean, just about every left-leaning outlet got us,
It's true.
and they were absolutely right.
Somehow
And
we got some bad Amazon reviews. I didn't know we had items
yeah,
on Amazon.
how the hell did we get on Amazon?
I don't know
Jesus.
how we got on Amazon, but we were on Amazon. I
Wow,
didn't
I
think
never
they sold
noticed that.
tours on Amazon, but apparently we're the one company that sells tours on Amazon.
Amazon tours, son of a gun.
Yeah. I didn't think that was a thing. I thought they were physical products only, but apparently we sell tours on Amazon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they have like a 2-for-1 deal where you get Mount Vernon and then you get to see all the boats in Newport News?
I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
geez.
actually, yes. I don't know. Actually, I think, as far as I know, we're the only one. I haven't looked too far into it, to be honest.
Well, where the hell's our cut? If we're doing Amazon,
Hmm.
yeah, you would think we'd be making a little more money than this.
I
I
know.
mean, I get it. It's slow. It has been
It
slow,
has been
but
slow. It has been slow.
I mean, if we're on the cutting edge like this,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well, I guess we could just hang out here until some tourists show up. I
And
mean,
truth be told, we signed a contract and we live here.
that's right. I mean, that's how we met. We were
Yeah.
bunkmates.
I know.
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, this is like what, a 6 month contract? That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'll tell
that's
you, those first 3 months, they were something. But apparently, in order to, like recreate the town of Jamestown, they want
hmm
us all to live and breathe it to really get that.
yeah. hmm
I
I
mean, they
mean,
don't even allow us to have cell phones.
exactly. I mean, they're only allowing us to use 17th century
Hmm.
technology.
I know.
It was like I was hoping to bring my wife and kids
Hmm.
here, but I have to send them fancy letters. Like if
Hmm.
this is like some Ken Burns miniseries.
Do you know what's happening in the world right now? Because I don't.
Mhm.
I don't have anyone to write, to be honest. So I have no clue what's happening
Well,
5 miles from us.
I had to write to dearest Jessica about a week ago.
Uh huh.
Um, she responded.
Hmm.
Uh, she typed it out and then print out the letter and then sent it to me.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh Lord, don't let any of the upper management see that letter.
trust me, trust me.
Seriously, they are all about historical accuracy here.
Yeah, she even cut out like she even printed out like a couple of news stories from like
Oh
from
wow.
like, Bill and from like Google News.
Uh huh.
So yeah, I mean, let's be honest, we're not missing much.
No, we're
This
not. I mean, I don't know.
this year's not going well.
The world is shit.
Oh yeah, 2020 is a mess. But I have to admit, 1612.
Hmm. I mean, that probably wasn't a great year either. You're correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, then I mean, granted, I would probably live right now when I not that I can use like a cell phone right now or a smartphone, but I
Mhm.
can. If I had access to one, I could use one.
Mhm.
I can also enjoy fine delicacies that like honestly the King of France couldn't enjoy in his
Oh,
lifetime.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bastard king of France, Louis the
Hmm.
13th, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, truth be told, can he? I don't know. Like with mass production and with just shipping and advancements that we've had.
hmm
Quite frankly, I'd say in some ways, in the modern era, we do kind of live like kings
Yeah,
compared to a past
exactly.
time.
I mean, we get a decent medical plan. I'll give them
Hmm.
that.
That
I
is
mean, I
true.
was
Yeah.
starting to get a case of the rickets, and then they gave me two
Yeah.
leeches, and all of a sudden I was better.
That is the one area that is up to date is that medical tent.
Gotta love those
Thankfully,
leeches.
they are
Oh,
smart.
man.
And that is the
Mhm.
one time they will drive you into the city as if you have a medical emergency.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you were coming down with dropsy last week. I mean,
Hmm.
but hey, I mean, you look great now.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'd probably go, have some more of uh, that well water, but I think it's
Hmm.
tainted.
Yeah.
I think there's like some kind of bacteria in it. It might be
Oh,
cryptosporidium.
man, bacteria.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Nope, at least I got my straw hat.
Hmm. So I mean, we're 3 months into this 6 month contract.
Yep,
Would you do
yep.
it again? Because I'm on the
I'm still
fence.
thinking about it. I'm on the
Hmm.
fence.
Yeah. Because I mean, this whole like 6 months on, 6 months off. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty good. But also, like, I could go be an accountant.
Hmm. No,
Yeah.
sorry, like I'm literally on a fence.
Oh,
Like
you're
my
on a fence. Yeah. No. I.
fingers are
Okay. I
stuck
see.
to the fence.
Uh huh.
Uh,
Whew.
okay. Okay, yes. Hopefully no one saw me. I didn't have a early 17th century wardrobe
Hmm.
malfunction.
I don't know. I guess I ask if you would do it again because I don't know. Gotten to like you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like you too, and
Yeah.
I hope we can we go back to wherever we were, and find when this is all said and done, that
Hmm.
we can stay in touch. It's like I'm kind of gotten to the habit of handwriting letters. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah. No, I
do you
get it.
remember that crash course included calligraphy?
Oh dear Lord, that crash course in
Yeah.
calligraphy. I mean, truth be told, like we had to like, oh my God, when they want us to write, they had us all take the calligraphy course.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I've been writing Dearest Jessica twice a
Hmm.
week.
I know. And
Yeah.
truth be told, even when we write home, they want us to like, they want our friends and relatives to have an experience of Jamestown. That's how far they go. It's
Hmm.
I don't know. There is like meeting you as a friend, but honestly, even though we do technically live on like, opposite sides of the country, I think we can keep in contacts outside of this because honestly, some of the things here are just a little ridiculous to me.
Oh, I mean, I get it. I mean, this
I
is.
don't mean to just suddenly have an outburst.
I think they intended that.
Hmm.
Honestly, I think they intended that. Like, no one here, I think, is originally from East Central Virginia.
No.
Yeah, because you grew up like in like Duluth, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, Duluth.
Oh yeah, I mean,
That
I
is
can picture
correct.
Minnesota and you.
And truth be told, there aren't a lot of acting jobs in Duluth, so I'd take this one.
No, that makes sense. That
I don't
makes
know. Maybe
sense.
I thought maybe I could like get connections here or something. I don't really know. I don't really
No.
know what I thought, but I thought, you know what? Hey, it's something.
Mhm. I mean, you never know. I mean, maybe they have connections to like maybe like local TV ads.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Modesto, so it's like uh, it's LA's a 2 hour drive.
I mean, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
gotcha. I
Hmm.
gotcha. And
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
at
I
this
got
point,
into this because I can handle the heat. You were
hmm
saying?
no, I was just gonna say that, like, with all these tourists filming us, I feel more comfortable on camera now.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
that is my on-camera experience. Before this, you couldn't find that in Duluth.
No.
Maybe you could like get booked on the local morning show for, I don't know, writing a book or telling a joke. I don't really know how you even get booked on that there.
Yeah, exactly.
You hot?
Oof. Oh God, it's like 88 today.
It is hot. You are
And I only
correct.
know that because I licked my finger and I put it up in the air.
Yeah. And
It's
truth
like,
be
I mean, it's something I've learned to do here in
yeah.
Colonial Jamestown.
And truth be told, one of the one bits of actual modern technology, the air conditioner in the blacksmith barn is has broken.
Don't.
Has broken.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I mean, okay, well now you're just
That's
screw
why I'm
design.
out here because I don't want to be inside on a 88-degree day. That's even hotter.
Oh, hold on. Hello, would you like to see some butter churned? No?
Oh, sorry. I gotta get back to the blacksmiths.
Oh, no, they walked away.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you're fine.
Wow.
We're fine. We're in the
Wow, that
clear.
was
Yeah.
I was caught a
Well,
little off guard
suppose
there. We haven't had a huh?
break to drag on for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay, coast is clear, I guess.
Okay, yeah, the coast is clear. I mean, they couldn't hear me anyway.
Yeah,
I saw a guy in a polo shirt with
yeah.
a camera, and I
Hmm.
just thought, okay, he wants to see a butter churn.
I guess what about you? Were you hoping to like leverage this into something else, or were you just like, hey, 6 month contract, 6 months of pay?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that I can, maybe get back down to LA. Maybe get some commercial
Mm-hmm.
work.
Yeah.
I did some BG before this. Uh,
I mean, yeah, I know you did complain about the pay here, but
mhm,
honestly, there is room and board and food.
that's true.
There's
I
all of
mean, we all
that.
agree we can drink.
Mhm.
I mean, that's not a bad deal. I mean, we
Mhm.
get get a leg of chicken, some mashed potatoes every night.
Mhm. Oh
I mean,
man.
it's a high on
Yeah.
sodium, but there's also that mystery vegetable they keep giving
Sure.
us.
Yeah. No. I'm
Mystery
pretty sure it's
meat.
canned peas, but I'm not sure either.
Oh goodness. Well, oh, canned peas. Okay, they're cheating us on the 17th century technology again. Nothing
Oh,
like canned
fine. I
peas.
gotcha.
The hell with them.
I mean, truth be told, I don't know why they don't just have people growing, actual vegetables. Instead, they want to make it authentic and have them just grow tobacco.
Yeah, I mean the guy
It's
who was
insane.
I mean the guy who was churning butter before me. I mean he mouthed off at the boss, and next thing you know, he's out on the farm.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we both have to watch what we're saying.
Yeah, I
This is,
know.
our manager is not anywhere near us right now.
Seriously, we have a
We're in
whole
the middle
farm
of
dedicated to this, and I don't know, it just drives me insane. They literally just grow tobacco on it because they say it's going to sell. It's
exactly.
like they literally think this is Jamestown.
Yeah, I mean, they have to make this as authentic as possible.
I know.
So you have to kind of live and breathe
Hmm.
the
The
settlement.
lifestyle.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I honestly never thought I'd ever envy the Amish.
Hmm. So I'm just throwing this out there. I don't want to come back here. I don't want to, you know, come back here
Oh
for
my
the next
God.
vacation
Oh
season.
my God. Neither do I. Neither do
But
I.
do you want
When
to
this
move
is
to LA together?
Yeah, hey man, I think we've got an extra bed in our house. I mean, if you want to,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, you said you're 2 hours north of LA. Do you want to actually move to LA? Like
No, I mean,
get an
I think
apartment,
if my
like
wife
go
and the
go to
kids would be
auditions.
opposed
What?
to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I'll talk to the wife and kids. I'll just write, dearest Jessica,
Hmm.
my good friend Jonah, would like to move to the southern part of the California state. I'm
I
sorry.
forgot you were married. I
Uh,
completely forgot.
yeah, I mean, it's again.
That's right.
I'm pretending to be a bachelor here.
Hmm.
It's like it's the Jamestown settlement. I mean, the male to
Yeah.
female ratio here is bad. Like
You've just
five
been
to.
selling your character so well.
Oh, thank you,
Hmm.
thank you. And I bid you a good day, and I hope you good luck with your blacksmithing.
Oh, and you. Good luck with your butter churning.
Oh, God bless, and
You
may
know we
the
do all
sun,
need butter for our bread.
yes, and God bless the Queen, and may the sun bless the beautiful land of Jamestown.
Hmm.
That's our show.
Woohoo!
Dan, thank you so much again for doing our tech this evening.
Hmm.
Fan, thank you. You've been amazing. Hope Colt, Leo Cundiff, thank you so much to all of our performers tonight, to everyone who tuned in. We will be back this Sunday, July 26th, with our special guest Jake Duar, plus Ton Johnson, Georgia Gove, Andrew Shanklin, and Trish Sullivan. In the meantime, please stay home. Please wash your hands. Please stay 6 feet away from turning helpers.
Mask, wear a mask.
Black Lives Matter. Good night.
And